A&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace, and tonight you're watching another episode of Kicking It with Isiah and Ace. I want to welcome in my co-host tonight, Mr. Isiah Leong. How you doing tonight?
Ace, it's been a really good day. You guys saw the news. I know we're not a sports show, but you guys saw the news, and I get to go back to work, and it's just sunk in, and it's just I cried before the show. That's how emotional that I was. But great day, man, and glad that we finally have baseball back, and can't wait for this program. It's going to be legendary. It's going to be amazing, and we got some great topics. So grab your popcorn and buckle up.
Absolutely. So before we get started, I do want to give a shout out, and I know our guests are waiting, so just give me a minute here, guys. I just kind of want to give a shout out to my buddy Chris Lesko for all the great times that we had. I love you, brother. I'm coming in with a very heavy heart tonight, so I'm going to do the absolute best I can. So hang in there with me, guys. His passing has really, really affected me. I didn't think it was going to affect me so hard, but it has. When you're that close with somebody and then somebody passes, it's tough. It's very, very tough. The guy's been like a brother to me for a very, very long time. And, this is not a sports show. I get it. But his favorite team was the Rams. And so I was glad that he was able to watch them actually win a Super Bowl before he died. So that was the best thing. So Chris, I love you, brother, and I will see you again. All right, so let's go ahead and welcome in our guests for the evening here. Let's start out with Mr. James Gonzalez. Is he coming? There he is. What's up, my man?
Hey, so yeah, my condolences. That made me just think what you were saying. I've lost a lot of friends lately, not from passing, just from time gone by, schedule changes. You don't hang out with anybody anymore and all that. So it makes me wonder. Yeah, I should reach out to people more that I haven't seen in a while or haven't hung out with. So I'm gonna do that once we end the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's rough, and you don't feel how it actually affects you until it actually happens. So for any of you who have lost dear friends out there, I feel your pain, man. I really do. It's rough. All right, let's welcome in our next guest tonight. She's back yet again, Christy Wilson. Welcome her in.
Hello, my condolences, Ace.
How you doing tonight?
I'm good.
All right. And then, of course, he's back again for another episode of Kicking It with Isiah and Ace. And for all of you viewers out there, remember, this is not a sports show. This is just a wild, crazy, random topic show. So our next guest in is going to be Mr. John Alcorn. How's it going tonight, Mom? Man, welcome in.
Hey.
We're good. I think this is why we do these shows. And I think it's what sports and things outside of sports, to where I think some of us sometimes take advantage of that. And I just really hope this is an opportunity for people. This is why we say sports and media and movies are bigger than that, because it's an opportunity to be here. And we can agree or disagree, or Isiah, James, or Christy, or Adam. I guess it's the end of the day for the most part. I mean, more with Isiah, obviously. But, I mean, bro, I don't know what else to say, but we know we got your back.
All right. And then, and thank you, Tim. That means a lot, too. Thank you, John. Thank you, James. Thank you, Isiah. Thank you, Christy. And, of course, welcome in our last guest for the evening. He's back, Mr. Callum McClurg.
Hi, Isiah. Great to see you, buddy. Even if I'm 20 feet below underwater, I can always make time for you guys. And Adam, I feel your pain, buddy. I mean, and I agree with James more so, is it's more of like friendships coming and going because time passed again, stuff like that. And, obviously, I was rocked by a passing of a colleague of mine who worked in girls hockey here in San Diego last year. I had a announcing colleague who unexpectedly passed away the night before a game he was supposed to announce at USD last season. I had another friend pass away from COVID and pneumonia symptoms, which was also a shock. And even recently, a friend of mine passed away from a massive heart attack out of the blue. So certainly check on your peeps. I mean, we know we say that all the time, but check on everybody you know. I mean, whether you talk to them every day or you talk to them spatteringly, just, say what's up, because you just don't know. And again, Adam, my sincerest thoughts and prayers and condolences to you and the entire family, because again, it sucks. It really sucks.
Well,
It
yeah,
does.
and not trying to talk too much about it. I just know that the way this whole situation happened kind of sucked, because
Of course.
because I talked to him a lot, at least 3 or 4 times a week. I used to message him every day, and then all of a sudden I started messaging him, and I was like, I'm not getting any of these messages back. Then 3 days later, I finally get a message going, hey, did you know he died? I'm like, no. So it takes that long. And so that's what even makes it more rough, is when you have to wait a few days to find out that it happened. But I don't want to make this a downer show. I want to make it a fun show. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start getting into some fun topics now after all that's over. Because tonight we're actually going to have some very, very fun topics. Some of these were actually very interesting, that when I saw them, like, this is crazy. Because it always makes you wonder, you're like, how do things like this happen on certain things that come up? And I know, Isaiah, you're already laughing about it, because some of them I posted, I'm like, really? How does people get themselves in predicaments to have things like this happen? It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever with certain situations like this. So why don't we go ahead and start out with a topic of, oh boy, this is going to be a really funny one. So this guy, he breaks into a house, and when he broke into this house, I guess he was trying to prove a point or whatever. So he kind of smeared cheese everywhere around the house. So he gets arrested for breaking and entering, smearing cheese, and he gets 2 years in prison. So it's so he smears cheese all over this house after breaking in. So, Isaiah, your thoughts on this: breaking a house, smearing cheese, and then getting 2 years in prison?
This might be the most funniest story of 2023 thus far. When you look at,
I didn't realize it was already 2023.
2022, my bad.
2022, yeah.
This might be the funniest story of 2022. I mean, first of all, Ace, I want to know, was that man from Florida? Was that a Florida man? Oh, okay.
Florida.
Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, was it
No.
No,
it was actually California guy.
Oh, California. Okay.
California. Oh, okay.
It was
him. If it was a Florida.
It was him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, coincidentally enough, his name was Isaiah.
I freaking love it. Oh my god.
Yeah. You busted.
All right, so Isaiah, your thoughts. Go ahead.
That might have been me. You guys never know. Don't call the police on me though. But my thoughts on it is, it's really funny, because when you think of people breaking into other people's houses, they would always take like TVs or laptops or anything like that. But this person didn't do that. They just smeared cheese all over the place. Like, really?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something like horrific, why would you just break into a house just to smear cheese all over? It makes no sense. It's like, I don't even know, man. It's like, I don't know. Maybe the person was thinking that they can exact revenge on their friend by smearing cheese all over, and then like rats would come in. Maybe that's what it was, or something like that. But that's like the only reasoning I can think of as to him smearing cheese everywhere. I don't know. Maybe he thought the whole house was like a Ritz cracker, and he just smeared cheese
Ritz
all over
cracker.
because he thought it was like a Ritz cracker looking house. Maybe that was it.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can tell you some of the time he got was for vandalism. I'm like, so he vandalized
Ugh.
somebody's house with cheese.
Jeez.
Okay, that's congratulations. Welcome in, Joe. He's saying the guy was probably Isaiah's neighbor.
Anything's
probably was,
possible.
it was probably Isaiah's neighbor that came into Isaiah's house because he couldn't take his takes anymore. So he came
We
into
pretty
Isaiah's
much,
house.
we pretty much sprayed his entire house with cheese
all
whiz.
over Isaiah's
That would
house
be
because
me.
I
So
can't.
that's why my room next door is yellow now instead of white. No wonder why
Right.
it was painted yellow.
Well,
Cheese
it's-
whiz.
It very well could
Me.
be. All right. James, your thoughts.
This was a cheesy break-in, man. Let me tell you.
We'll be here all week, folks.
Yeah. No. You know, I was hoping he went the Goofy movie route, got as much cheese whiz as possible. Can you imagine the guy at the grocery store? He's got a whole full cart of cheese whiz,
Oh,
asking
no.
the other people, asking the dairy person, "Hey, you got any more cheese whiz in the back?" Yeah,
Holy
give me all of it.
world.
I can only imagine him going around like a tagger, going around and just whizzing the walls with cheese, and then I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, did he go melt the cheese somewhere, take the cheese off the bread, and just throw it everywhere?
Oh.
And then it goes to show you, man, you can't really trust any Isaiah out there anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
boy.
you leave the tag. How do you cheese me now? That's right. How do you cheese me
No, he
now?
has a
How do you
cheese
cheese me now?
touch. He has a cheese touch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Christy.
First of all, that's insane, and what a waste of cheese whiz. If you're you're spraying it all over the house. Ugh.
You know
The
what? I
guy's
was
a
kind of
big dumb idiot.
thinking that same thing. That is cheese whiz abuse right there. That is cheese whiz
exactly
abuse.
cheese whiz
If
abuse.
you're
That
a
is a
cheese
technical foul
It's a
yeah, if you're a
technical
cheese
foul
fan,
and
you're
a
like,
flop
cheese
warning.
whiz.
He's going to
All
get
right,
out
so-
of prison for cheesy behavior.
God, I
Right,
missed college
cheese
basketball
behavior.
already.
I love it. Ishmael, welcome in. Good evening. I hope you're having a good night.
Hello.
All right. So John's a food guy, and I think John loves cheese. So I'm going to turn this one over to John.
Did you say cheese or cheese whiz? I want to make sure.
I said cheese whiz.
You know, I don't. Who knows? Who knows?
Because the real
I
If
just
it was cheese or
suspected that's
cheese
what it
whiz, I have
was.
no idea.
because depending on what kind of cheese it is, would be the actual crap.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those cheeses smell like rotten farts, and some of them look like things you shouldn't be eating. So that's a no-no. Obviously, that's in itself. I thought I was bad with money. I thought I was trying to learn how to be better with my money. And then this guy's now hold my beer, and he literally smeezes cheese all over the place. It's like, dude, like we've all been so bored and done really stupid things, like getting lost in Canada or getting in trouble at the airport or whoever we're talking about with that.
Trying to smash a pineapple with your skull.
Or go to the
That's why you got a
or,
concussion.
Jinx in the Raiders, or we're not anybody.
or trying to imitate Cal jumping over pillows onto a
We're not
mattress.
saying who.
Yeah. We're not saying who.
But the real crime would be the type of cheese.
Yeah, I guess I kind of agree with you. The type of cheese, you know, we're all food lovers here. We all love food. I love cheese in general. Callan, what's your thoughts on this cheesy story?
Yeah, I'm on board with John. I mean, what kind of cheese we talking about here? We talking American? We talking cheddar, sharp cheddar, pepper jack, Swiss, provolone,
Colby Jack.
Parmesan. I mean, because I for one kill for Swiss, American, and for pepper jack cheese. Pepper jack's my go-to at Subway with my sub sandwich. But I agree with John. I agree. I wonder more about the kind of cheese we're talking about here? I mean, if it's Whiz, if it's Cheese Whiz, or is this guy literally wasting, perfect cheese for a Kraft singles is what I'm wondering here.
Perfect
I do it,
grilled
John. I mean,
cheese
there's worse
sandwich.
ways to be bored, but I mean, vandalism charges for breaking into someone, for, basically using Cheese Whiz to graffiti up someone's home. And how am I also not surprised, everybody, that it was a guy named Isiah who was in charge of doing this?
Are you telling me he went full Higgins? Are you telling me he literally decided
Full send, baby, full send.
Oh my god.
I actually have something that tops that, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
And it's something that I did a couple of days ago that I told Callan, James, I think you were on the pro show call, John, when I said this. And that was, I bought a 2-liter bottle of Coke. And I bought some Mentos as well. And I was trying to like basically show the entire world that, hey, all these guys out here on TikTok and all of that stuff doing these challenges where they put Mentos in the Coke and they chug it and they it splatters all over their face. They're weak. I can do it better. I can accomplish that. I can chug the entire bottle of Coke with the Mentos inside and it'll be no problem. And I tried it. I put the Mentos in. And I put the Mentos in, and right as I am about to put the Coke in my mouth, it starts spraying in my face. And I'm like, oh! And it started splattering on my house. Outside my house right now on the walls, you have like Coke stains everywhere. And also on the ground as well, it's like super sticky, which is like awful. So that's what happened. So instead of cheese, for me, it was Coke smeared on the house.
Oh my god.
Wait, so we had two ideas.
Interesting Isiah
I've
story.
seen videos where some people have dropped Mentos into bottles of Diet Coke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because of like the cascading effect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst part is the camera was recording me doing that, but then it only recorded the part of me putting the Mentos in before my phone shut down because it didn't have any more storage. So couldn't get it on camera. Got Coke all over my house.
Well, we heard the story, so it still qualifies as Isiah loses again.
Why am I not surprised that every time there's a story out there, Isaiah's like, oh, I've done this or I've done something similar.
Literally, the guy who's arrested for smearing Cheese Whiz all over someone's home is named after the guy in Square 2.
Yep.
Like, how
like there.
It makes me wonder if the guy has watched the show and been like, Isaiah's my idol. I got to go in and do something stupid now.
I thought we've all done
that.
Like, I thought I was stupid, drag racing a Suburban or doing donuts in a Suburban in the church parking lot. And then we meet Isiah here rubbing cheese all over the place. And is it moldy? Is it
shredded cheese, provolone cheese, Parmesan?
Mozzarella.
If it smells like farts, then yeah, you should be arrested for that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I'm right there with you with this cheesy story. So,
easy.
So
very
let's
cheesy.
go ahead and jump into our next topic. So when we talk about this next topic, the thing that kind of threw me off here when I'm reading this story is I was like, really? I was like, how far do these practical jokes go?
Oh,
so
goodness.
This guy, so his buddy, they're like on this work site or whatever, and the guy is like, hey, I have to use the bathroom. So he goes in the porta potty, and the guy so his buddy is driving a bulldozer, and his buddy goes in and knocks the porta potty over, and then ends up killing his friend because he freaking pulled it. He dumped it over with the bulldozer.
I even got my cat here. Holy moly.
So
that's insane. Oh my god.
So how far do these practical jokes go? I'm telling you.
Too far, it looks like. Yikes.
It's bad, man. It's bad. So, Callan, I'll start with you. What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I know it's a prank. This is probably the last thing we should be talking about on this program in wake of Adam's friend passing. But still, Come on, man. I mean, I know it's one thing to prank your buddies when they're in the porta potty or in the stall.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think we've all seen the SpongeBob meme of, Squidward trying to fall asleep and like SpongeBob and Patrick are outside, and it read like, middle school days be like someone's in there taking a bleep, and it's Squidward like looking very, very, very scared. Like, I totally get that, but like, okay, it's one thing, like I said, to like maybe like rock the porta potty or bang on the door several times, but not run them over in a freaking bulldozer, then let alone you kill your friend because of it.
Oh,
That's not.
I mean, that's beyond inhumane.
it
Beyond
is.
inhumane. I mean, there's got to be some kind of line here when it comes to pranking your friends. Come on now.
You attempt to run somebody over in a freaking bulldozer. You like,
I mean,
what do you think
should
was
at
going
least
to
know
happen?
what's going to happen.
That's what I want to know.
Right, John? What's your thoughts?
Honestly, I hope I never see this guy because this is not a prank. It's you being a freaking idiot. Like, I thought? He was gonna stop up all the cement in the toilet. So like when he I thought it would be something like that. And then when he told the whole story, are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. I don't really feel bad for him. Like, how stupid do you have to be?
Well, I mean, thing is though, here's the thing: is like we can sit here and say that his friend was doing it as like a practical joke to run him over the porta potty with the bulldozer,
Dildo.
and the guy died.
Dildo.
But in reality, was it? But could this have been like one of the things like before his friend died? His friend's like, "Hey, let me go in the porta potty, and then you see if you can like pick me up in the bulldozer or something like that." I don't know. Because we don't exactly know we don't exactly know what went down. We just know that the guy ran him over with the bulldozer when he was in the porta potty and the guy died. So
who wants those kind of friends? Those aren't even friends. Those are stupid people. Like, why?
exactly. I'm right there with you. All right. So, Christy, your thoughts?
Practical joke gone entirely wrong. Oh boy, that's definitely going too far.
Where's the line, people?
Where's the line exactly? Where
really
is the
don't-
line?
I really don't think there is a line. And,
No.
and James, you kind of look really enthused up there.
No, I'm thinking like, yeah, the dude definitely overstepped his line. And then I'm also thinking like, what was that one movie that came out? It was like Jackass 4 or whatever. All I can think of,
Jackass.
right.
Yeah.
So I remember one of the movies had a porta potty prank where they either tipped it over, it went down a hill or something like that. That's the most extreme I can remember.
Yeah.
A porta potty prank, but this takes the urinal cake.
Urinal cake.
This is just crazy to me. Now that I get older and kind of wiser a little bit, I tend not to join in on those things just because of all the things that could happen wrong after. I don't mind little pranks or whatever, like, okay, little things, but not when
Like
it
the
comes to
Like calling one of your friends?
machinery. Yeah, machinery.
Automobiles?
Yeah, anything like that. Like,
Shopping
okay,
carts?
that's off limits, right?
Rollerblades?
I mean, you do certain things like that once you get to a certain age, like, hop in the shopping cart, have your friend push your shopping cart, and then run into the curb and see how far you fly out of the cart and break bones or whatever. That's old jackass.
Ay.
No.
I'm done with all that. I'm over 30. I'm done with all that.
I'm
so
pushing 30 in 3 years. Don't remind me.
Or
yeah.
Or you get somebody like in Square 2 up here that likes to text at like 2 a.m. and be like, "Hey, I just had this thought," or last night at Wild Sports Talk, and you're like, "Are you kidding me right now, dude?" You're like, "It's 2 a.m. I don't care."
Like, I need
People
some
have
sleep,
regular
dude.
jobs, regular hours.
Challenge accepted.
All right, Isaiah, your thoughts on the porta
This is
potty?
totally something I would do. Come on now.
I do it with my feet.
I don't have a license either.
Well, this reminds me of that movie with Harry Styles and Tom Cruise, Dumb and Dumber, where
What?
you know, like, what are you doing?
Hey.
Harry
Yeah,
Styles?
Harry Styles and Tom Cruise, Dumb and Dumber.
No, Isaiah.
No, it's
Jeff
Jim
Daniels.
Carrey
Jim
and Jeff
Carrey.
Daniels.
Jeff
And
Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
How do you get Harry Styles
I
and
don't
Jeff
think
Daniels?
Harry Styles was born yet when Dumb and Dumber came out.
You say who is Jim Carrey? Oh,
Yeah,
my-
I don't know. Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Of course, Isaiah would not know who Jim Carrey is.
Uncultured
Like
son of a
one of the greatest comedic actors of all time.
in living
You ever
color.
heard Ace Ventura?
Damn.
Never watched it.
Callan has done some impressions of Ace Ventura. Jim Carrey was Ace Ventura.
Well,
Like,
It
I will
reminds
be
me-
perfectly honest and tell you, like, go ahead, Isaiah. Well, hold on one sec, because I'll be
Yeah.
perfectly honest and tell you, like, I can sit here and tell you, I don't know who Harry Styles is. I don't
I
know.
don't-
Exactly.
Really.
I've heard of him, but
Who's
not that-
Harry Styles? Callan, do you know who Harry Styles is?
Some bum from some boy band Isaiah loves to death called One Direction.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So
And then he
Yeah,
left
that
and he
was-
went solo. He went solo
Hey,
dolo.
He's a Grammy-winning solo artist.
Alrighty
oh
then.
my
Yeah,
gosh,
I-
I thought that Jim
there you go.
Carrey guy you guys were talking about, I thought that was Harry Styles.
That was not Harry
Oh,
Styles.
no,
I
you know,
mentioned
back
Ace
in the day.
Ventura, and now he's thinking Harry Styles is Ace Ventura. I don't think so.
What a Harry Styles and Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise? Really?
Tom Cruise, oh my god, that dude is
That's
most likely to do a Mission Impossible movie. He would never
Top
do something
Gun,
like Ace
Top Gun
Ventura.
Maverick.
How
Top
many
Gun.
how many Isaiah
Whiskey
how many
Season.
like that Isaiah takes is that tonight? Is that already like 4?
That's probably
Five.
4.
Blue
Five.
October.
We need the Isaiah. We need the Isaiah counter here on this one.
Oh my
But
god.
that
Isaiah
reminds me
Cameron.
of that movie. You know, it's like it's
Check
a
something
scene
here.
from Dumb and Dumber that they would totally do that. And
Harry
You know, it's
Styles is
been-
not in Dumb and Dumber, Isaiah. That
just
is
said I
the
don't-
goat Jim Carrey.
Jim
Who people said I
And-
looked like when I was in high school 10 years ago.
Okay,
and it's
No,
since
but
it's been 6. Yeah, go ahead.
Dumb and
No.
Dumber,
Go ahead, Isaiah.
1994.
Since it's been 6 years, right? It's
Harry
been 6 years
Styles.
since I was a senior in high school. I can officially say this, and I kind of did the same thing, but not like as severe. To my guy, Ashwin Kumar. Shout out to you if you're watching. And that is like multiple times in high school. Like I was a bad kid back in high school.
Dude,
But I
I
remember
can see why.
Ashwin would go to the porta potty, and there was one day I decided to just push that bad boy on the ground and run away. And there was another one where I saw this from Kristen Henby, who does like great pranks, a British guy. But I saw it, I was like, oh, maybe I could try it, and I can do that. And I did it.
British television is what I would like to know first.
Yeah, Shaun the Sheep.
Shaun the Sheep, Doctor
Shaun the
Who.
Sheep.
I Want It That
Neighbors?
Way by that band.
Oh,
And-
by the way, my husband likes Doctor Who, so
Don't forget Arthur.
Arthur.
Arthur,
Arthur.
28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Oh, by the way, Dumb and Dumber released December 1994. Harry Styles born in February
So,
1994.
Isaiah, if you want to say the closest thing that would come to it, if you've ever watched the movie Ready to Rumble,
Never
there's
heard of it.
a scene on the movie that's called Ready to Rumble that these guys actually clean out porta potties, and so his buddy says, "Hey, I have to use the bathroom." He looks at his friend and says, "Don't you do it. You've done this. Don't you do it. It's not funny."
No,
He goes,
no.
I swear, I won't do anything. So
But
his
yet, what do
buddy,
they do?
So his
He did
buddy goes in the porta potty, and the guy grabs the hose that sucks everything out, and he hooks it to the back of the porta potty, turns it on, and the air starts blowing on the guy. The guy's like, "No, stop!" It's blowing him off of the porta potty.
Dude, that's sweet. Oh my god.
Oh your god.
I was like, that was awesome. It's the porta potty scene.
Yes.
Was he wearing a white shirt? That's the big question.
No, he was not
Why would
wearing
it
the white
matter
shirt.
after all that time?
But on the way home from that, because they're driving in the sewage truck, and so they are driving home, and the guy like is not paying attention. He flips the sewage truck, and sewage is laying everywhere on the ground. And his, yeah, and his
Oh god.
and the bad thing is his buddy's sitting there, and his buddy's like, "It smells like French toast," and his friend's like, "French toast?
What?
It's like French
Oh my god. How's that
That's
even-
the
oh
first
my
time I've heard
god.
about
Wow.
that compared to sewage. Oh my gosh.
French toast dipped in poop."
Yeah, no,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
This show is officially NSFW.
Going off the
Adam,
rails.
that movie you're talking
Completely.
about, is that the movie with the scene? Ladies and gentlemen,
No, Isaiah, that
let's
is Michael
get ready
Buffer's
to
intro to
rumble!
boxing
No,
matches.
Isaiah. No.
He
No.
he does say
Nope.
that in the movie. He says it in the movie. He
But it's
says
not
it-
about him. It's about something else, Isaiah.
Yeah, it is. Ready to Rumble. Ready to Rumble actually has professional wrestlers in the movie, like Diamond Dallas Page and guys like
Oh.
that, who make cameos in the movie.
Oh, wait, that's a-
Who the hell's Diamond Dallas
it's
Page
got-
looking at
it's
Dallas Jets?
But it's
DDP.
got David Arquette is in the movie.
oh,
And-
that guy.
Yeah, and I don't remember.
Did
I don't
David Arquette
remember
play for the Diamondbacks?
That's what he would say, actually.
All right. All right. So now we'll go ahead and we'll jump into our next topic, since that last
Please.
conversation went to some places.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll go ahead
A lot
and
of
jump to our
places.
next topic, which is, so there was this experienced hiker that decided to try and climb some mountains, and
Mhm.
he got stuck. He had to get rescued on the same mountain twice within a 24-hour span. And this guy was an
What?
experienced hiker. And he had to get rescued off the mountain twice in a
Oh.
24-hour span.
Oh boy.
So James, I'll start out with you on this one.
You talking about an adrenaline rush? He was in a rush to get rescued again. I guess he liked the attention. He must be a loner or something. But no, I have a fear of heights and a fear of looking down when I'm high, and I don't really. I can't imagine, going on a, climbing mountains or whatever. And then once you realize you made a mistake and you need help, you don't go and do the same thing over again. That just puzzles me. Why would he go back and do the same thing over? He's like, oh, okay, I stepped wrong here. I'm going to go back and try this and step here instead. It must have just been like, hey, I have a goal. I'm going to do it. And if I get in trouble, hopefully I don't die. But I'm going to climb this mountain. And I just don't get it. How you can be doubly stupid and do that again.
Well, basically how it happened was he was climbing the first time, he got stuck. So when they came up to rescue him, they got him off a certain point, and he said, hey, instead of taking me completely off this mountain, can you put me right here, because I want to finish my climb. I want to finish this. I'm an experienced hiker. I want to achieve this mountain. I want to climb it. So they're like, okay, fine, just stay off the certain area. You need to stay over here. And as an experienced hiker, he's like, no, I think I can, venture off a little bit again. And he did it again. So they had to come and rescue him again. And then this time,
Something he would do.
and then this time he's like, hey,
Yep.
can you let me off again? And this time they said, we're not letting you off again. You're going to be taken down off the mountain, because we're not going to come up and rescue you again.
Mhm.
Forget it.
So, Isaiah, your thoughts?
Hey, do it.
Well, my thoughts is that why? Why can't people learn, man? You have one you
I
had
don't know.
one
I've asked
chance
that. I've
already.
asked that about you over the past 2 years.
You had one chance already, and you get stuck, and then you do it again. Like, I don't know, man. Like, some of those people are just complete idiots and fools just with what they're doing, just climbing up, getting stuck, getting rescued, and then doing again. It's like, why can't people learn? That's my like biggest take from it. And James, you talked about your fear of heights and climbing mountains and stuff like that. Don't worry, bro. I'm scared of the ocean. So honestly, I'm
You
scared
were
of the
born and
ocean.
raised in Hawaii, my friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
In
That
the
is-
islands.
I'm not scared of dipping into the ocean. I'm scared of like being stuck in the middle of the ocean by
Oh, I
yourself.
see.
Like,
Wait,
that's
first of all,
the
what are
thing.
you doing in the middle of the ocean in the first place? If you,
That's why when me and my family went on our cruise to Alaska, I stayed
yeah, but
mostly
you're on the-
inside because
you're
I
on
was
the
like, I
cruise
ain't
ship.
going in there because I ain't going
How
outside.
would
I ain't
you
gonna
get
walk
in,
around and
Isaiah? How would you get in the middle of the ocean even when you're on the cruise and
well,
stuff?
my thinking was, what if because the wind was strong at that time. We were traveling from San Francisco to Alaska. The wind was super strong. It was picking up. My thought was, what if the wind just blew me into the ocean off the fourth deck of the cruise ship? That's what my thought was. That's why I was like super paranoid about it.
Okay,
I
interesting.
did drop my iPhone off the fifth deck when I was like looking down, and I was just doing it or using my phone, looking down, dropped it into the water. So
Now-
have at it, sharks.
Now that's definitely an Isaiah moment right
Pretend to
there.
be
Yeah.
shocked.
There you go. Yeah.
Not shocked at all.
Snack
That
time
is
sharks. There's
that is an
Isaiah's
Isaiah
iPhone.
moment. But we have, and before we ask Christy and all of them about this
Mhm.
topic, Isaiah, we have, and Joe and I have discussed this. We're gonna try and do a weekly segment on Kicking It with Isaiah and Ace, of where we have to challenge Isaiah to do something and to see if he'll do it.
Yes, I love it.
Let's see.
I love it. I love it.
And
I love
so-
it.
You probably won't like it after a
So
while.
next week will be the first challenge. So we will
Okay.
issue the challenge, and then we get to see you do it right here on the show if you accept that challenge.
So I have to do it on the show, right?
You have to do it
Yes.
on the show. On the show, absolutely.
All right. Do I need like certain ingredients or anything like that?
I don't know.
You
do
will
you?
know. You will
You'll
know.
need what we talk.
We will tell you ahead of time, and then you have to do it right here on the show.
All right. You got it. Challenge accepted. Let's go.
Oh, you better not regret this.
The segment is called Challenging Isaiah. That's what it's called. Okay, so Christy, we're going to you on this topic about the guy getting rescued twice in a 24-hour span.
I mean, you figured after the first time you wouldn't try and do it again. We did it a second time, and they're all like, "No, we're not helping you out this time."
No.
No.
Nope, absolutely not.
Idiot.
All right,
Yeah.
John.
I think he's related to the cheese guy. Like, how stupid do you have to be? Like, I get wanting to finish something, but bro, like, let's say they drop you off and somehow you actually step on the same spot. Like, this is called being stubborn. And I know, I don't know what to say, but he's related to the cheese guy.
Right, he is. So, Ishmael, I will get to your question in one sec here. All right, Kellen.
Why? Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why, man? I mean, if at first you don't succeed, try again. But there's there's a line about when to try again, and it's not climbing a mountain. I mean, the last time I went for a hike, it was in the Grand Canyon. We only went down like about 1,500 feet, but it wasn't that far. Then
No.
before that, it was hiking Glacier Point in Yosemite. So it's like you know where to go,
Mhm.
and obviously follow the signs and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I mean, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you, or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like, where is the line to like, don't push the envelope? Because I mean, if he
Right.
would have gone for a third time, I think he would have been dead,
Honor.
sadly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you definitely would
He
have.
got mauled by
Yeah.
a bear.
And people just don't learn. They
No,
just
no.
don't
They
learn
never
the
do.
first time. No, they
That's
never.
the guy
They,
in Square 2. He doesn't learn either.
yeah, they never learn. So
never do.
so Ishmael, because James was kind of talking about that he has a fear of heights. So Ishmael's question is, speaking of fears, what is your guys' biggest fears? And so Isaiah, what is your biggest fear?
Fear of California.
Uh,
That.
Well, besides the ocean,
It's calophobia.
Besides
Phobia.
He's got a fear of giving good
Calophobia.
sports takes.
Oh wow, my biggest fear. Oh man.
Calinphobia. Fear of Callum McClurg. That's what it is. I already told you.
I don't know. Go back to me on this. I need to think. This just
I
came.
just told you what it is,
All right.
Isaiah.
All right, so James, I know you said you have a fear of heights, but is that your biggest fear? He's thinking.
You're on mute,
You're
James.
you're on mute, James.
You're on mute, buddy.
Maybe that is his fear. Talking about being on
No,
mute.
like, hey, yeah, like fear of speaking, public speaking, kind of used to be. I got over that. Spiders used to be a big thing for me.
Spider.
Yeah, but
Just
now
don't
I'm
say
over
that.
that. I will, do whatever with a spider.
Excuse me.
Not eat it though. No.
Oh.
I think I still have that fear of like anxiety, like with people being around people for the first time or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I still have that. That would be my biggest fear. I think that would be for me now. That would be mine.
Your biggest fear. Okay. All right. Christy, what's your biggest fear?
Boy, that's a tough one. Just losing everything. My home,
Wallet, keys, pets,
wallet, keys, cats.
car.
Phone, wallet, keys.
Yep.
Yeah, my phone, wallet, keys. Phone, wallet. Oh, sorry.
Wallet, keys.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
pulling.
this
That's
is
a
my
serious
biggest
fear.
fear is just losing everything that I have.
All right. So fear of losing everything you have. All right, John, how about you?
One of them, there's two or three. One of them, obviously, is getting lost in a foreign country, and that was before I got lost in a foreign country.
Oh, Canada.
Oh,
My fear
Canada.
would be one day, because for some reason, as a kid, I thought I would actually walk to school in my underpants. So as a kid, I was really afraid of going back. And I'm like, oh crap, I forgot, and it's too late now. The last one, though, I fear though, that the Bengals won't win. That my team is gonna have a bad year next year.
All right, so we have a few comments really quick before I get to Callan. So Brandon saying his biggest fear, heights, followed by Isaiah being the smartest guy in a room of one. All right. And then Nate saying my biggest fear is losing people I care about. And I think that's a lot
Great
of
answer.
Yeah.
that's a lot of people's biggest fears. All right. So Callan, what is your biggest fear?
Well, Ishmael, to your point about fears, I broke one of mine when I was in Vegas about in 8th grade, I think. I had a fear of roller coasters. Now I liked roller coasters, but I just couldn't stand like the loops, corkscrews, the inversions, the very, very deep drops. So that's like up until 2017, I never got to go to Magic Mountain, Six Flags out here in Southern California, because I had a big fear of roller coasters. But I went on one at the roller coaster at New York in Vegas, and that broke my fear. So that was one fear I had. This one will sound stupid, but I have pyrophobia. I am definitely afraid of fireworks. Because I like watching them, but like the sounds and being around a friend who's a former member of the Army who can have like, PTSD snapbacks, and kind of having to console him when we're like watching the fireworks at Disneyland or whatnot. But literally this happened at a young age when I was at a San Diego State football game. And much like when the Spanos family's team was here, they used to have a cannon that they would fire off when they would score a touchdown or a field goal when the team would take the field, for pregame intros. And unbeknownst to me, I'm like in 2nd grade. We're sitting behind where it's parked. I'm like, oh, it's not tonight. Thank goodness. literally, Brian Maine announces the Aztecs man on the field, and sure enough, bamboozle, it goes off right below me. I almost ran out of the stadium. I was that terrified.
Ooh.
Believe me, I love fireworks, but I just can't stand the sudden burst of air or the explosions, but I like watching them. So that may sound stupid or preposterous, but I've been this way for my entire life, sadly.
Hey,
I had that until a certain point, probably like 10 or 11. I used to go to my grandma's house, and she used to live kind of close to Disneyland.
Right.
So I hated going there if we stayed until a certain time, like 9 o'clock, because then I knew that's when they started to
9:30, right on the
9:30, whatever it was. Yeah,
9:30.
We shouldn't have been there that late anyway, but it was a sad. It would always be on weekends anyway, but that would always freak me out.
Don't feel bad. We have a good friend of ours that's afraid of gum. So,
Gum.
You know what?
You want some gum, Isaiah?
People have a lot of fears out there, like definitely a lot of fears.
But
And
Adam, I will agree with James though, in regards to in regards to the whole public speaking ordeal, because I think James knows very well, but Ted Leitner, who was the sponsor for a long time here in San Diego, said it best though, is that, and I share the story a lot when I talk about this story brief though, but he grew up in New York, in Yonkers, and he remembers he told a story to Bally Sports San Diego, saying that basically, he would, when it came to giving oral reports in class, he'd count the number of seats before they would get to him. If they went alphabetically, he knew where he stood. Then he'd cut school and risk getting knocked out by his dad because he just he had the fear of public speaking. Then, of course, the Jerry Seinfeld line. So you mean to tell me you'd rather be in the coffin than give the eulogy? Because people actually, statistically, and I think that this backs my theory, surveys have said that people actually fear public speaking more than they actually fear death, believe it or not, in our society.
Oh, it's very scary. I remember doing speech in high school. Dude, I was terrified. Now it's a little bit different, but yeah, that's pretty terrifying because I would always be afraid that when I'm public speaking that I would actually pee or poop my pants. And then you're basically embarrassed in front of everybody, like, oh, this guy shorted his pants. And then I never want to public speak again, but that's neither here nor there.
Kind of the same we did in 6th grade, and I just froze, and I just couldn't do it.
It's like you become like a robot, sadly.
Or
I actually do have a fear. I have a major fear of spiders. Major fear.
Spider. I would literally feel like a girl, like a 5-year-old girl, if I see a spider. I do.
That's legit. Probably one of my biggest fears is spiders. I can't stand spiders.
Same here.
Not as bad as the guy in Square 2 there, Mr. Barber.
Freaked out.
Probably not. All right.
Spider.
So we can jump into our last topic of the night here, which this one's kind of fun. So I'm going to read you off some of these. I'm going to talk about the 8 weirdest sandwich fillings that Britain has.
Where if Fruit Loops is on this, I am
leaving
this.
No.
All right. So I'll give Isaiah the first one, then I'll move to James on the second one. All right. So Isaiah, the first one is, and guys, this is very cringeworthy on some of these.
Ooh,
so the first one is banana and mayonnaise.
So
this one in a sandwich, surely not, but apparently it is a thing with a shocking number of people loving this combination. It's even dubbed a Southern delicacy in the United States.
I've heard of it.
No.
Never had it, but I've heard of it.
Never heard
This is
of
a
it.
British sandwich? This is a British sandwich?
Southern.
Southern, okay.
All right.
Why do you think everything is British all of a sudden? You're not even Brit. I am, not you.
Because I was looking at the script that
because this was technically made first in Britain, but then it came over to into like the southern states of the United States. So yeah.
Oh.
All right. So Isaiah, what's your thoughts on this banana and mayonnaise sandwich?
I would eat it 100%. You pair that up with a cup of Colombian coffee with 3 creams, 3 sugars. That's a perfect breakfast. Put that I would only eat it if it's not on white bread, or wheat bread, or etc. It has to
The
be on a
bread's the
buttered
issue.
croissant.
Out
Has
of
to be on a
everything
buttered
on there,
croissant.
the bread's the issue.
A buttered croissant cut in half with bananas, with some mayonnaise, paired with a cup of coffee. Sign
Isaiah,
me up. I would eat that every
Isaiah.
single day.
Isaiah, but
Gross.
who's cooking their croissant? Because I've seen your croissants, and oh man.
Yeah.
And no, you don't put them in the dryer, Isaiah.
Yeah, that's
Do not put them in the dryer.
so. James, this is your sandwich. Your sandwich is this one. It's called the Candwich, and the Candwich needs no introduction. It's a sandwich in a can. Should surely be reserved for an end of the world apocalypse, not daily consumption. Each tin contains a bread roll and assortment of flavors, including peanut butter and jelly and honey barbecue chicken, with a long shelf life and no need for refrigeration.
Well, if
Wow.
I'm desperate, I gotta take it,
Yeah.
So I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'll do it. You mentioned like the Southern recipes and whatnot.
Yeah.
I remember someone doing like they didn't have money to go get like whipped cream for like ice cream, right? So I remember someone getting ranch dressing and sugar, mixing it up, and then boom, whipped cream.
No. You should be arrested for that
Would
immediately.
y'all tried that?
No, that's a food crime.
Well, what was it, James? What was it?
It was
Whipped
ranch
cream?
dressing and sugar, and you mix it up, and then boom, whipped cream.
Mm,
No.
It's a southern Memphis
No.
thing.
That's too
another gross
disgusting.
one.
I gotta have some.
It's one of those like social media life hack recipes right there.
If you're
That
broke,
has
you
to be
just
it.
do that.
Yeah.
I would eat macaroni with strawberry cream cheese, but not like which I saw Tyler Beatty,
Don't
the
sound too
Giants
bad.
pitcher, did it. It was like a dare, but
Ew.
that's the only thing I would eat, but not that. Yeah.
You should put fruits on your baked
No, I get
potatoes.
that, but the Candwich, James, yes or no on the Candwich?
Yes.
Yes, he's saying yes.
That's what tells me if he's desperate, he will eat it.
Yeah, you said it's the last thing, right?
Right.
Like it's the only thing I can have. The world's ending or whatever. Yeah.
I mean,
then
at least it's PB&J and barbecue chicken at least.
you had me at PB&J.
no.
I mean, I like PB&J.
I love
I may have to
PB&J.
reconsider my options for the barbecue chicken, but at least that there is PB&J.
I can
Right.
eat PB&J every day.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I
This
like
one's
peanut
for
butter and
John.
jelly.
So, John, yours is chocolate spread with cheese. So apparently chocolate spread with a mild cheese such as cheddar is a winning combination. In the words of a member of the team, don't knock it until you try it. Although still skeptical, we're more likely to give this a go than the Candwich. So, John, would you use this chocolate spread with cheese?
You might as well just look up my case for homicide because there's no way in anyone's green earth I am eating that stuff. That is disgusting. I have been
Well-
desperate for food, but if this is the last resort, I will have peanut butter and rice, and that is my last resort. No, not together, Christy.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Like a separate meal. No,
I'm
but-
like, what is with these
I'll go back.
combinations?
Just give me
It's
the
just
peanut
so
butter
much.
spoon and I'll lick it for an hour if need be.
yeah. But if
Right.
it's the last resort, I'll just go hungry or just go to the Dollar Tree and get some chips. There's no way I'm
Oh,
getting
man.
at that. I'm sorry, but that's a food sin right there, buddy.
But is Dollar Tree going to be open in a post-apocalyptic world, though? I don't think so.
We can only hope.
Nobody's working there, so anything goes. So it's not like I have.
Oh,
It's a free for all.
Yeah.
So free for all.
every man for himself. No holds
Exactly.
barred. One fall to the
Nobody.
finish.
All right. So, Callan, your sandwiches, it's called the donut burger. So
I'm in. I'm
So-
in.
now,
I'm in.
now this just looks like the stuff of cardiologist nightmare.
Oh,
It's a burger in between two
It is-
donuts.
It is a hefty meat patty, gooey melted cheese, and rashers of bacon, all held together by sweet, sugary donut.
Not like I haven't had one of these at the county fair before in San Diego.
Wait,
So, so sign me up. Absolutely.
Callan get the
sign him
delicious.
up for the cardiac burger.
How does Callan get the beautiful one, but yet we get ones that make us literally?
Hey, it's still not as good though. Now, Adam, that burger or that donut burger is great. It will not top though Chicken Charlie's here in San Diego at our county fair who did chicken in waffles. They literally put a piece of chicken
Whoa.
in the waffle batter and somehow
Ooh,
made it work.
that sounds so
Wow.
good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I
That's
like
better
that.
than any chicken
That's
and waffle
why I
sandwich
love
I've
the
ever
county
had.
fair because Chicken Charlie's is always frying up something new. He's
Mm.
done deep fried Coke, deep fried Snickers bars, deep fried Oreos.
I was
Wait,
going
you
to
said
ask about the
deep
deep
fried
fried
Coke?
Oreos.
Yeah.
What?
I want to try
Deep fried-
those.
Wait, what was the one before that? Deep fried what?
Deep fried Coke, deep fried Snickers bars, deep fried Oreos.
How?
I've heard the Texas State Fair does deep fried Oreos.
We do in San Diego too for the county
Okay,
fair.
I was just wondering.
You do deep fried what?
But donut burgers, sign me up. Let's go.
The prettiest burger.
All right. So, Christy, yours is it's Tesco's strawberries and clotted cream cheese sandwich. So,
Strawberries and cream cheese
so-
actually sounds kind of good, honestly.
off
I
off the
wonder.
back of the little sandwich, and in honor of Wimbledon, Tesco continued their utter ridiculous with sandwich fillings with a strawberry and clotted cream cheese sandwich.
I don't even know what clotted cream is.
A classic combination of strawberries and cream. The sweet sandwich is unlikely to replace the bowls of berries and cream served at Wimbledon. But
Mhm.
hats off to Tesco as they clot the cream cheese.
Oh,
That scares me how they clot the cream cheese.
yeah.
Oh.
It sounds delicious, but scary at the same time.
Then again, you're watching tennis while you're eating it, so
Yeah, it's
big
like
deal.
if I want to see Serena Williams win a match against somebody, I'll eat the sandwich while watching her. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
That scares
I don't
me.
know. It makes me wonder how they clot it though. Like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
like,
wanna know. I was like, how
clot
do you
the
do
cream
that?
cheese?
I'm terrified to even find out how. I don't even want to know what to eat.
So, oh my god,
Oh, I eat it in
brave
a
enough to look it
heartbeat.
up.
Ooh.
And then, of course, these last two, I've heard of people eating these before. It's the Rubik's Cube witch.
The what?
It's the
You got
Rubik's,
the Rubik's Cube, eh?
So
Oh,
basically, all it is, this is one sandwich where you can ignore the childhood rule: don't play with your food. It's
Oh, boy.
built like a Rubik's cube with cubes of meat and cheese. This sandwich is something to behold, though we're not really exactly sure how to eat it. But it doesn't sound. I mean, it's meat and cheese, so how bad could it be?
Yeah, that's true.
True.
In the shape of,
That's,
in the shape of a Rubik's Cube, though? Like, do you have to, like,
Ooh.
actually
Yeah, it's the shape of a
turn it
Rubik's
to
Cube.
figure out
Yeah, it's
what
what I was wondering, do you have to turn it like
combination
you
it
turn a
is?
Rubik's Cube?
In the famous words of Homer Simpson, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't.
Fear.
Brisket and cheese. Oh, sign me up.
Depends, wait, is it the same cheese that the guy put on the wall at the house?
Oh,
Yeah.
Cheese whiz.
no,
Another one
no,
that same guy
no,
making-
That
no.
has to be it.
All right, and then of course the last one was peanut butter and pickle.
No,
Ugh.
I've heard of that. I've seen
Yeah.
people
Heard
have
of it,
I've
it
heard of
sounds
that one
gross.
before.
no.
The peanut butter and pickle.
No, I love peanut butter, but I hate pickles.
Yeah, me too. I
me
hate
too.
pickles.
I hate pickles.
I just can't do it. It's just no.
Neither can I.
So no peanut butter and pickles.
Nope.
So a few of these, it sounds like a few people would eat a few of these because it sounds like, Callan, you said you've had the donut burger, which you said is actually pretty good.
Mhm.
To me, that sounds, oh man, that sounds brutal. Like just because of like the sweetness of it or whatever. And oh my god,
I'll eat it. It doesn't go anywhere. With how fast my metabolism is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's oh that just makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
Sounds like something from the Heart Attack Grill, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Isaiah, I'm shocked you didn't get that one because they actually sell that burger at your beloved ballpark in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for Phillies games.
Ooh.
Maybe I should go there for opening day between the Phillies and the A's. It'll be great.
The A's sell cheap tickets. I heard they got one for $9 for a certain baseball team that they play.
All right. Okay. So now we're at the end of the show, and then this week This
Oh,
week
no.
we're gonna do Would You Rather.
Ooh.
Let's do it. Let's go. I
You
can't
are
wait.
not the interim trivia king when I can't be here, sir. It's her
I'm right over
when I'm
here.
not here.
All right.
It's
So,
me.
all right, Isaiah, you get the first one.
Oh boy.
Would you rather be a genius and know everything, or be amazing at any activity you tried?
You're on mute, Isaiah.
Oh,
So
he's
be
back.
a genius and know everything, or be amazing at everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a tough choice.
It's easy.
Who has the hiccups?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Probably, I would probably say, be amazing at everything you do, to be honest. Because think about all the jobs that I could get. NBA teams would offer me. Baseball teams would offer me. Hey, you want
Hollywood
to
stuntman.
You'd be fired after the first
Barry
week on the
Bonds'
job,
record?
Isaiah.
Yeah.
NFL teams, everybody would offer me. I would have like 500 jobs coming my way, and you have that golden mansion in on a private island. I mean, it would be great. It would be
What?
phenomenal.
Way to go, Isaiah.
Nice going, Isaiah.
All right. So, James, yours is next. Would you rather wear pants 3 sizes too big or shoes 3 sizes too small?
It's really
He's like,
thinking
man,
about it here.
He's like, man, this is
Let
really
me
Put me on the
think
spot here, Adam. What the hey?
Like I've seen this. I've seen this in the city I live in
Put your
Oh,
big
That doesn't
confidence
surprise
on.
me.
with certain individuals on the street. I've seen this before, so I'm like,
Oh,
I'm trying to think. Like, okay, would I go around holding my pants up the whole time, or would I try to walk straight in clown shoes? Basically,
oh God.
that's what I'm trying to like think. What would be more or less embarrassing? I would probably go with the shoes, and if they're like real expensive ones too, I could just say, "Hey, this is a trend. You know, we're starting a trend where
It's
we're
the
wearing things oversized and
Walk a mile in my shoes. That's a
Yeah.
man,
I'll go
that would
shoes.
be painful. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like,
It'd be the pants because at least you can wear a belt, but
Yeah.
the shoes you're kind of
That's true.
screwed.
With his shoes, his toes would be like
Oh.
sardines in a can. It would be painful.
Oh yeah,
I was
I've had
thinking
that
there was
happen
no
before.
belt provided. That's why. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
yeah. That's a good answer.
all right. John, would you rather be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
I would say whisper because some of the things I've shouted have gotten me in trouble in school. So I would say whisper.
Fair answer.
Yeah.
Fair answer. Okay.
True.
All right. All right, Callan, would you rather lose your ability to speak or the ability to hear for your entire life?
I'd rather be able to read than hear, so I'll go with reading because that's kind of part of my job, sadly. So I'd rather be able to learn to be able to read still.
But if you can't hear, you don't know how loud or quiet you're.
So
Right.
speak. So you want the ability to speak still.
Yes.
Okay. So he still wants the ability to speak. Okay. All right. All right. Christy, would you rather live by Hakuna Matata or YOLO?
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.
All right.
Means no worries.
Wait, I say it.
No
Where is that
worries.
from? What's Hakuna Matata?
Is that from Lilo and Stitch?
No.
No, it's not from Lilo and
Never mind.
Stitch.
I don't know.
The Lion King.
Lion King.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. That's right.
That's
Matata.
the one, Isaiah.
Oh my God.
All right.
There we go.
It's already over.
Isaiah,
Big,
would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest of your life?
Oh God. Really, I get the
Just
Star
by
Wars
your- by my
question.
side, you will.
Do you know who they are though?
He doesn't know.
James, I am.
Yoda or talk like Yoda. I would probably go with talk like Yoda because I would have this deep
Speaks
raspy
in riddles.
voice.
No, Isaiah.
It'd be like,
not who you're
"Hi,
thinking
my
of.
name is Isaiah.
No,
That's the
Yoda.
other person that you could have picked,
No,
I didn't have any
Isaiah.
idea.
All right.
How does Yoda
Let
even
us
talk?
demonstrate
Like
here.
by my
Look at
side.
Isaiah is.
Looking. Found someone you
Dumb
have a
Isaiah is.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't mind talking like that.
Talking backwards, eh?
Yeah, talking in
backwards.
riddles.
Yeah,
I love talking backwards. It throws all my friends off.
Hello,
Booger, this
you're
good
watching
is.
Wild Sports Talk.
Isaiah, that's not how it works, buddy.
No, it
Nerd
doesn't.
Talk, Isaiah.
Isaiah, it would be Wild Sports Talk you're watching.
All
Did you
right.
go with that, Isaiah? You're watching.
James, would you rather always have a mullet haircut or a ponytail haircut?
And Harry just shaved his head.
I cringe because I once hair gets around the ear,
Bring
I'm
back
like,
the
I'm
mullet,
done.
baby. Let's go.
Bring back the mullet.
Like professional in the front, party in the back.
Yeah. See, I remember like last
baby. Let's go.
decade, you know, the man bun, the ponytail thing was a thing with all the hipsters and all that.
Mike
Yeah.
Moskala.
Bartenders. Yeah. I think if it was nowadays, yeah, I would go ponytail. But if we're talking about the 80s, 90s, mullet. You know, like
Mullet.
everybody had one
Yeah,
who had
Billy
a trail.
Cyrus had one.
Gretzky, Yager,
Yeah.
Lemieux.
Break my heart.
Oh,
You don't want to look like Tim Lincecum, James? Come on,
All right.
man.
No,
All
Tim, that's all over. That's
Yeah.
That's not a
All right,
mullet, Isaac. It's just
John.
long hair.
right.
Very long
would you
hair.
rather, John? Would you rather be without elbows or knees?
I would say elbows because at least with the knees I can walk it. I don't want to be like one of those old like George or somebody's like in the old people commercials just struggling to walk, and at least with the elbows I can still use my hands. I don't know how, but I mean I would rather be able to do that.
T-Rex arms.
All right, so Callan, this one's gonna suck. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, this one's gonna suck. Would you rather use boiling water as eye drops or gargle with sour milk?
Ugh.
I'll use the boiling water. It's going to wake up in the morning. I'll go boiling
Yeah.
water. The last thing I need to be is having to like ingest a bunch of Pepto or Pepsid because I gargled with sour milk. So I'll go with the boiling
Oh.
water.
Go with the boiling water.
Oh. So bad.
Oh man. All right. Let's see here. Let's go with Christy here. See, would you rather your only mode of transportation be a donkey or a giraffe?
Ooh.
Boy, that's a tough one.
Donkey.
Donkey.
It's
I
a
thought
giraffe.
Hi everybody.
Donkey. I'll go with the donkey. I don't know why. It just I'm like what sounds
I'd
reasonable.
go with the
And I
giraffe.
don't
They're
know
my
the wrong
long
neck
lost
or-
cousins. I'll go with the giraffe.
Go with the giraffe. Stick with my answer. It's a
Donkey.
It's a donkey.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Isaiah, would you rather eat a stranger's toenails clippings once a week or have everything smell like rotten eggs?
Everything smells like rotten eggs because I'm already used to it now because I got this bridge next to my house that every time you pass by it, you drive through on that bridge, it smells like rotten eggs. So I'm already kind of used to that smell, having drove across the bridge like almost every day to get to where I have to go to. The toenail thing is just inhumane and it's just nasty. Ugh.
I got a question. Who is Scooter from Shrek, Isaiah?
The donkey from Shrek.
No,
Shrek
it's
is
a donkey. His name's not Scooter.
What's his name?
Donkey.
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 All right.
How did I get Scooter Magruder from?
Scooter Magruder. What?
What? No, that can't be a character from Cars. I doubt it.
No, it's not.
It's
All right,
not
so
up there.
so James, your question is: would you rather know how you will die or when you will die?
Oh, boy.
I think win, because I'd be prepared for it, and I would try to do everything like in my power up to that point to make every day good. But how I would limit myself. Let's say it was okay. It's by car accident. Okay, I would never get in the car then to avoid that. So that's kind of tricky, man. I guess I'll say how, but I really want to know when. I'll say how.
You'll say how? Okay. All right. All right, John, your question is: would you rather always have the urge to pee or have to always wear a diaper?
Oh, easy. The urge to pee, because here's the fact. At least with that, you can go to the bathroom and take a whiz. But with the diaper, it looks like either you pooped your pants or you got like a bubble granny butt on the side. And like, oh my God, did this guy just chart his pants, or he just got a granny butt from the car?
Oh, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. That's what it would look like. Birthday Butt Boogie right there. It'd be weird.
Okay. All right. Callan, would you rather be super strong or have X-ray vision?
Intriguing.
You can see parts of X-ray vision. Sorry.
I lean towards X. I'd probably go with X-ray vision, honestly. I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
X-ray vision. You got to go with the X-ray vision. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
So when Isaiah starts spewing BS, I can just pierce, use my X-ray vision just to pierce and look deep into his soul and just torture him that way.
There you go.
There you go, X-ray vision. Just because of the guy above me in
It's
Square
a perfect
2.
way to use it.
All right. So, Christy, would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told?
Oh, no.
I'd rather lose the ability to lie, but then again, I'm not great at lying anyway. I wouldn't miss it too much.
Okay.
I suck at lying.
Not like Square 2's light enough as is over the past year or two.
It's true. He's like, what?
Multiple sports teams, Raiders hat. Oh.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah, did that. And the Michigan hat.
Crappy, more like crappy. All that stuff.
All right. Isaiah, would you rather be a tissue paper? And this is the last round. So, would you rather be a tissue paper or toilet paper?
Oh my
Tissue
God.
paper or oh, this is easy. It's got to be tissue paper because I could use the tissue paper anytime I need to break down about.
No. I said, would you rather be?
Oh,
so if you
yeah.
had to be one, would you rather be a tissue paper? Or would you rather be toilet paper?
Tissue paper, because I'm not gonna go inside someone's butt or anything like that. That's disgusting. I'd rather go into the face, of course. It's basically like the lesser of two evils. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's got a point.
All right. Let's see. Let's see here. All right. James, would you rather wear a clown wig or clown shoes every day?
Ooh.
I hate clowns, by the way.
There's another fear right there for Ishmael. Clowns.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Because when we clean shoes, you can't
Not a
drive.
big fan of clowns myself.
I will slap a clown if I see him.
Probably more likely scared by a clown.
I think I'd go with the wig, and then I'll just wear a hat every day. I don't want people knowing that I got clown shoes on, so I'm going with the wig so I could hide it with the hat.
I mean, I know a buddy of mine who's a wrestling promoter here in San Diego, and his gimmick is he's Dirty Ron McDonald from the McDonald's playpen is his get up. So he's literally a clown wearing. I mean, it's so glorious. He's a great guy. I mean, Mike's a great guy, but literally his get up though is Dirty Ron McDonald, billed from the McDonald's playpen or play place, And
Oh,
literally, he's
God.
got the same red shoes like Ronald McDonald does, and the whole get up. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean,
Wow.
in that way, it's just it's insanity. It's utter
All right.
insanity.
You gotta
Um, so, John, your final question. Would you rather be the person who flips the switch during executions or be the judge who decides who should be executed?
The judge, the judge only because you don't have to see the person doing it. That's they're both terrible answers, but I would say
They're both terrible answers. Okay.
but
gotta
the
pick one.
judge because at least you don't have to see the person flipping the switch or the person being next.
That's right.
So you don't feel as bad, even though they're both pretty terrible.
But then again, I do both though to the guy in swear too. So
I mean, the A's do it every year with their fans. They pretty much just execute the season before it starts. They're going to Vegas. So.
yeah, we already knew that.
baby.
All right. So, Callan, your final question. Would you rather lose all the money you've earned this year or lose all of the memories you've gained this year?
Damn. I'm in a very bad spot here, man.
Wow.
I certainly don't want to lose, being able to, call 3 great friends of mine's final game ever with their playing careers at one of my schools. So I hate to say it, I'd probably say the money because I'd rather cling on. Money's one thing, but for me, it's about those sort of things though, and clinging to those moments from the year. So I'd have to go with shredding the money. Sadly,
Bye-bye, money.
Shredding the money. Okay.
Ready.
All right.
tax
All right,
evasion. For all that we know.
Tax evasion. All right. So, Christy, your final question is: would you rather always hit a red light for the rest of your life, or always get slow internet after the sun goes down?
Probably go through a red light for the rest of my life. I don't know why I thought that. I was like, oh.
That would have been a perfect question for Isaiah.
Yeah, it would have been perfect for Isaiah.
With how many internet debacles he has every night trying to get onto a program. It's
Well, what was the question that
Regularly.
Christy got?
hit a red light for every day of your life, or have slow Wi-Fi when the sun goes down. Literally at peak network programming hours.
Oh, no, we would just switch it to 4 a.m. programming hours. That's what
No.
Oh,
Down,
Only
Isaiah.
one.
no.
Isaiah, the sun is still down at 4 a.m. It doesn't work that way.
Besides, I think most of us would be sleeping by then.
Yeah, no way. I'm doing it for you unless you're paying all my bills for the year.
So
Besides, I hate slow internet anyway.
I've got to end this show on a really good note with this final question. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to answer this one because this question really intrigued me. All right, Isaiah, I'll start out with you. Would you rather become an unknown superhero or a famous average person in the history books?
Damn you, internet! Why would you freeze now?
We can hear you, Isaiah.
You're there.
Yeah, your mic's on.
There you go.
Oh, he's gone. Now he's gonna yell, "Curse you,
All right, James. So then you can do that one first.
No, I'd rather be the second one. What was that?
A famous average person in the history books.
Then an unknown superhero.
Yeah.
Because I want to be known. I'm not really known right now, so I want to be known for at least something.
All right, John.
I would be the superhero because I want to know what kind of superpower I get. Is it teleporting? Is it flying? Is it strength? Is it like financial gain like Tony Stark? I mean, if it's Tony Stark,
Even
I
if,
knew you'd say
They're
financial
also
gain.
Oh my
even
goodness.
if nobody knows you, right? You would
Right.
be completely okay with not being known.
Yeah, superpowers. You know how much money I would save on gas, especially right now? Oh my god, it would save me a lot.
All right, Callan.
It was unknown superhero and what was the other one?
In an average famous person in the history books.
Well, I'm average. People think I'm famous, so I'll go with that one.
Okay.
But I'm clearly not famous, but I'm average, so I guess I'll take that.
Christy.
I'd probably go with the unknown superhero because I'm not famous. Yes, I'm average, but I would rather be a superhero.
All right, and then Isaiah.
Damn you, internet.
So,
We heard that, Isaiah, just so you know.
sorry, my internet froze on my Instagram page that I was on.
Why are you even on Instagram in the first place? We're doing a show here.
In terms of the question about
What
the
were you looking at?
superhero or the average
We're looking at
celebrity,
the IG models, Isaiah.
way to expose me, Callan. Way to
Oh my
expose me.
god.
Probably the superhero because
You've
I
been
mean
doing that for 2 years. Like, I don't know already.
I want to fly like Superman and rescue people from burning houses and climb spider webs like
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Stop
And-
doing this. This is not Marvel or DC related. This is Hook'em Horns for the Texas Longhorns. Enough.
I mean, it would be great to have all these superpowers and also like get to be invincible. I mean, that would be great. So of
Brady
course
thinks
the
he's from
superhero
Krypton.
one.
All right. Well, since everybody got to answer that final question, that
And I
brings
think
us
Adam's
to,
phone is in a million pieces.
Shattered.
that will bring us to the end of the show. So now we can do our final thoughts. So, James, go ahead. Any final thoughts for you, sir?
Thanks for having me on. And this one question came up in my head. I was thinking, and I want to see what everybody says. Are there more wills or doors in the world?
Oh, would you stop? No.
God.
We're not answering that question.
I will not
I just
answer
thought
that.
about that today. I was like,
STOP. I have one here from Brandon for Isaiah. Would you rather get hit from a football player, from the best Major League Baseball player, not named anyone for the Oakland, soon-to-be Vegas A's, or by Jenny Finch and one of the fast-pitch softball players?
Ooh, wow.
First of all, isn't Jenny Finch the lady that does
No,
cooking shows?
Isaiah.
Yeah, no.
No.
Those are the best Olympic softball pitchers of all time.
Okay, never mind.
Lisa Fernandez.
Oh, it's definitely got to be the football one because I really think that I could probably take like a DeAndre Hopkins or a Christian Kirk or even a Cooper Kupp because we're kind of the
Isaiah,
same. height,
it's you taking the hit, not you
Yeah,
delivering the hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, then ooh.
So would you rather get hit by a football player, a Major League fastball pitcher, or a women's fast pitch pro pitcher like Jenny Finch?
Oh,
Let's do Major League Baseball pitcher because I'll have pads on and
No, you won't, Isaiah.
What?
and I
You would have
wouldn't
no
mind
pads.
getting
You
hit by
risk it.
I wouldn't mind getting hit by Jamie Moyer and his 79-mile-an-hour fastball. So
dude, I'll take the last one because
I would guarantee you that is painful, and I have been accidentally hit in the stomach with a baseball before. They hurt.
It hurts.
It
That
hurts
was-
really bad.
that or a 300-pound man coming at me, I would rather crap my pants than me.
Or even worse, Isaiah, how about getting hit by a hockey player?
oh my god.
That'd be against the glass.
And no, that wouldn't be
And
a
that player
foul.
would be the guy right here doing the honors too.
Okay. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So James, your final. Go ahead and continue.
No, that's pretty much it. I'm just like, I'm thinking in my head, there's got to be more doors and wheels in the world.
All right, John, your final thoughts.
No, it was a good show. And how about that certain sports team the other day? But that's neither here nor there. We're just happy to be on, and it's a good show.
All right, and then Callan.
Isaiah loses again. I mean, there was some trivia question and he got it wrong, so I won for the 11th week in a row over him. So there you go. Just a sidebar story in regards to programming. John and myself are beginning Intergalactic Sports on Monday. We're debuting John's show and debuting our baseball program on Monday as well in the evening. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. Again, we're working very closely with C2C and MI6. And for those of you wondering, the guy in Square 4 is not going to be on any ISIN programming at all at all. So you have to worry about Isaiah being on Intergalactic Sports Entertainment, thankfully, because that's more of the get away from Isaiah network. But as always, thanks for you guys letting me come on despite me being 10 feet below water with this congestion and cold I've had. But good to see you guys as always. And again, Adam, sending you all the best, buddy.
All right, and then Christy, any final thoughts?
Well, thanks for letting me be a part of the show. It's always fun to come on here and have fun, roast Isaiah, and just have a good laugh. It's always a lot of fun.
All right, and then Isaiah.
Boo.
It was a good show. It was a really good show. Thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. You know, condolences go out to you, Adam. Really sorry for you and your family's loss, and also that family's loss as well. Hope the best for the the family, as I almost stumbled on my words. But great day if you're a sports fan. Baseball is back, and you know I'm beginning to
heck was
tear up here,
that?
but you know, baseball is back, and I'm so happy that I get to go back to work for the A's next season. And
Are you thinking about that one song?
Losing it.
I'm just so thankful that it finally got done.
All right, so with that, we do want to thank everybody for watching, and we hope everybody has a fantastic night and continue to watch. So have a great night, and we'll see you next Thursday for another episode of Kicking It with Isaiah and Ace.
On St. Patty's Day, let's go.